Hello, it's Mohammed here from A3 Lean. Similar to the decision making, creativity is also a process, it's not an event. Let me explain in this short video. Let me share with you the creativity process from different angles so we remember it, so we can see it clearly. If we look at it from the dimension angle, you start mostly from 0D shape, going to 1D, to 2D, and then the 3D. It's like a story. If you like to make a cube, you start with just a dot, and you move it to make a straight line. Then you start making square, and then you complete your cube. In the freedom, you start with completely free in the 3D, because you can, when you draw from a point to a straight line, you have all the 3 dimensions you can go. The more you go into the process, you have less freedom, because you have more restriction in your move. From the brain angle, or the brain activities angle, we start the process mostly from the mind wandering process, which you use your right hemisphere of your brain, which has more capacity and the creativity on it. The more you go into the process, you have less mind wandering and you have more focusing. So you use your left hemisphere more while you go into the process. In the process angle here, you start with just the imagination part, to imagine the solution. You need just spark. Then you go into creating more energy to create ideas. Then you get more ideas and you have to think about it. So you can draw something, you can put something in place. Finally, at the end, you create an objective model. If we look at it from different angle, which is the singing voice angle, we start with the bass, which is the lowest adult male singing voice. Then you go higher to the tenor, which is the highest of the ordinary adult male range. You go higher to the alto, which is the highest of the adult male singing voice. Then you go the highest to the soprano, which is the highest singing voice. There is a conditions we must create to facilitate each step in the process. The first step, we must have a clear target about what we would like to create, especially from the end user's point of view or the customer point of view. Also the space for the creator, that there is no restriction and the condition to enhance the mind-wandering condition. Also, if there is a team, we must be sure that we have the right talents. The second stage, we have to maintain the 4 energies in this step. Remember, now we're going from sparking to create more ideas, so you have to maintain the creator's 4 energy: the physical, the emotional, the mental, and the spiritual as well. Going further, while you have something you try to create now, you have to define the outcome clearly and you have a clear path to go through. And finally, when you try and you have your idea completed and you started to build it as a complete shape, you must have the efficiency and the speed. Finally, and the most important angle is the engagement of the end user and or the customer. It must, especially from stage 2 till the end, must be an interaction or engagement with the end user and the consumer. So.